Hi, this is Tina, and this is the news that didn't make the news. I just wanted to check in and make sure that everything was all right with you. But on a on a broader spectrum, I guess, I just want to tell you that everything is going to be okay. The energy is so strong and so ever shifting in what I can only describe as literally shifting moment to moment here. I am gonna have to stop doing this and stop saying this, but I really do apologize that things are not seeming to be in technical alignment with my hopes and dreams over here. I don't think that my notifications are working on YouTube, and apparently I don't have the legal right to go live without 1,000 subscriptions, so it is what it is. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing regardless. There is an incredible shift in the energy right now from 3D to outbound somewhere out there that does not encompass 3D. And though while you and I are both in a physical body at the moment, there are many moments within those moments where it doesn't feel like it. And I don't know, as far as astrological alignments, everything that's going on right now, but I know it's thick and a lot of it is blissful. But there are moments that are also not blissful. And I just want you to know that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. And I think it's important. I know when the energy gets tough and people are experiencing things, even people on the very forefront of this first wave don't feel like talking. I go for days and days without hearing from anyone other than Chris Pugsley, because he's like that. He's resilient, I guess. But even people I normally talk to are having a really hard time communicating and a really hard time talking. So I just want you to know that everything is going to be okay. There is a really large group of us that is holding down the frequency of energetic osmosis right now. I am one of those people. And it's a relatively small group of us. But what is going on is we have been asked about a year ago, some of us before that, some of us more recent than that, have been asked to not be agents of the system, not to subscribe to the indoctrinated establishment. Now, I can tell you firsthand that many of those people are single women. So tell a single woman to stay home and work on being the tarot cards magician and just manifest whatever it is you need to take care of yourself and trust in the universe and just go on a whim and follow whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you happy in that moment, even if it's different 24 hours from now or a week from now or 2 days from now. There's a huge group of us, mostly single, that have been asked to do this job of energetic osmosis. With the different things that we've gone through for a very long time, this is the most difficult thing that I've ever gone through. Just to sit at home, make videos, and do what I feel called to do in the moment, ever trusting that somehow I will pay my way in a 3D world by not adhering to the game of the 3D world. So through energetic osmosis, there's a group of us that are staying home, not partaking in the 3D system in almost any way whatsoever. The reason that we are being asked to do this, and this is a recent revelation for me, besides, fuck the system. Okay, I'm all for that. But there's a bigger reason, and that reason is energetic osmosis. So, by this small group of us learning how to manifest, and we're all learning how to manifest, but I mean 100% running your life on universal faith, trust, and manifestation. The reason why we're doing that is that energetic osmosis from this small group on the front line, being asked to do this is we are a very, very powerful, energetic group of people who, when we dip out of the third dimensional agent, so to speak, of the matrix, when we stop playing the game, when we stop being the chessboard on the game of the planet Earth's grid system, the energy from our small group will send out an astronomical wave of energy that says it is okay to be free. It is okay to manifest and not be part of that system. For me, I'll say, and all the things I've done this last year has been an incredible challenge as far as that goes. And as you know, there are many multitudes of other challenges in the last couple years as well. But I will say for me, this has been the most difficult. I've always been a person that worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Even when I worked for myself, doing landscaping and gardening, I probably worked way more than I should have. So talk about a deep dive into the abyss of trust. And I don't know what else to do. And I don't know any other way to be at this point. It's so important for us. And I know through talking with some of you guys that this is also this universal trust and manifestation in self-power, in self-love, in self-manifestation has been the absolute hardest deep dive of this entire journey of the Ascension Star Path. It's an incredible trust in oneself and one's ability to provide for oneself without using all the things that I've learned in 51 years on how to work, because I know a lot of things. I know how to do a lot of things. I know how to be a lot of things. I could have been probably very easily a Scorpio double agent for a living, or a detective or something like that. So I know how to do a lot of things, but one thing that I really wasn't good at doing my whole life was dropping out of that system and saying, you know what, you can do this. So you can do this. I can do this. We all can do this. But to reiterate the importance, by us dropping out of being agents to the system or agents of the system, we are sending out an energetic wave, an energetic synthesis of, I got this, the universe has me, I trust in myself, I trust in my path, I trust in my direction, I trust in my mission. So thank you to all the other people that are also doing that same thing for me and with me and for our entire group. It is the scariest job, but most important job in the ascension process right now, because there are so many people that need to feel the energy of, I guess in a 3D way, you could say it's an entrepreneurial energy. But above that, in the fifth dimensional way, it's literally the magician in the tarot deck who says, my body on this planet is a conduit to energy. I pull in all cosmic energy from everything that surrounds me, from the infinity of space and beyond. I pull it into my body, and with my connection to Earth, I can make it into anything I want. I can make it anything that I need, and I can make it turn into anything that I can desire. Talk about a lesson. And like I said, a deep dive into a faith in a way that I've never known. Oh wow, there's 5 people here. That's shocking. The shocking thing is that you guys are still here. I want to know how I have very few subscriptions, but this morning I got some very strange messages posted to my last video in Spanish, which I don't read Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, not yet anyway. So I couldn't read the messages, and I have a few friends that do comment in Spanish, and there's normally a translation button. But on these messages, there was not a translation button. But I could read the energy well enough to tell you that it wasn't anything, anything that I would want on my YouTube channel or in my comment section. So I don't know how I'm getting AI spammed with, I don't even want to say what it was. You guys might have seen it. But I don't know how I'm getting AI spammed with 300 subscriptions to my channel. So that's pretty wild and crazy in itself. One of them I'm pretty sure was a link to Tinder, and the other one was like Go-Go Girls or something like that. Like, anyway, like I said, I don't read Spanish, but the energetic coming off of their words was all I needed to know. Luckily, I am tech savvy enough to figure out how to delete things. So we'll see. I'm not sure. Like I said, I can't imagine that I'm drawing attention from Tinder with the few amount of followers I have or any other place like that. So that's wild and crazy. So I wanted to stop by and let you know that the first wave is doing energetic osmosis by dropping out of being an agent of the system, that's why it's so important. Because I have known people for the last year or two that have been doing this job, and they really weren't sure why they're doing it. It is to spread the wave of entrepreneurship on a 3D level, but on a greater level or a more impactful level, it is so that people can relax. We did have an astronomical amount of people in the November of 2021 quit their jobs. I think it was 4.5 million people or something. 4 million people quit their jobs the last week of November 2021. So we are having an effect. A lot of people have started working for themselves, which is great. And this is one step further from that. So this is our way of not ducking out of the system just to duck out of the system, but to duck out of the system so that we may create and show the world what creation is. So for any of you that are doing that part in that with me, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. And hopefully I'm getting the hang of this sometime soon. I don't know. Every day is a miracle, I think, at this point. I know that I do a lot of things. I do energy reads. I do all kinds of things. I love, love, love playing with tarot cards. The more I do it, the more depth I see to it. Every card has a million different readings, but I like to feel the energy, assimilate to that energy, go out in nature and run as fast as I can, and then sometimes walk as slow as I can, or lay in the grass in very inappropriate places to soak in that energy. And when I feel what is going on out there, I like to do a check-in on my dining room table with my cards and see what's going on. Now, I apologize to anybody that was looking for maybe an update on Donald Trump or some sort of disclosure. And I may actually tap into that later. I thought about it. There's so many people doing that. So what I really, right now, who knows, it could be totally different 3 days from now. But what I like to do is acclimate myself to the energy of the planets, whatever's coming in, whatever's coming off the sun. I get a read on that, and then I like to pull cards to see how that is affecting us right now with our soul contracts. I know a lot of people aren't so interested in the soul contract, but really it's the reason we came here. I've talked about the electromagnetic reset. And so that is us electromagnetically resetting the entire grid of this planet. And the reason for that is we have lost our touch with the first dimension, which is the crystal core center of Earth, or at least that is how I see it. That is how I am shown it, and that is how I energetically feel it. So I don't know about this, whatever it said in your textbook in ninth grade. I didn't fucking pay attention because I knew it was a lie, but I didn't know why until 2018. So we have lost our connection with that crystalline core of Earth. So a lot of us are kind of reconnecting with it. It's been picking up power, and when we have solar events or energetic events that come into this planet, they are magnetized directly to the core and radiate back out. That's another thing that causes us energetic shifts. We, in our signing up for this, or we shouldn't say signing up, I'm sure there wasn't a paper and pen and whatever dimensional light body frequency we were when we thought this was a wonderful idea. But our body's electromagnetic reset of the grids and will allow us, even though there's a big portion of us connecting to the crystalline core of the earth frequency right now, that's something that pathway is going to be open for everyone, and that's part of the electromagnetic reset that we came here to do. So it has to do with the grids, it has to do with the crystalline core of Earth, inner Earth, all of that stuff. I kind of give you the information as that comes to me. Now, the reason why we have such a interesting, or the word my dad likes to use instead of cuss words, is the word fascinating. We have a very fascinating dynamic going on within our personal realm of experience, right? So our family, extended family, partners, close personal family members, husbands, wives, girlfriends, whatever, we have this contract. One of the reasons that this contract is so hard is because we don't remember what we came in here to do, right? And even though I've done parts and pieces to that for a really long time, we don't come in here knowing exactly what we are supposed to do. We don't have a copy of that contract like we do for our lease on our car. It makes things more difficult. It definitely makes things a little bit more challenging. The biggest portion of us that came in for this electromagnetic reset of planet Earth and the crystalline core are between 50 and 65. So it's very hard for us to want to shift out of the dynamic of who we've been with, or what we've always done for a living, or how we've always treated certain family members. It's not about karma at this point. It's about releasing the karmic pattern or karmic imprint itself. And so that's why we have a really mixed bag of things that are going on right now on this planet. It's kind of like we're square dancing, or doing the do-si-do, and we're being asked to switch partners, switch geographical locations, make all these alterations. Okay, we'll give that to a bunch of 20-year-olds, and how would they deal with it? Well, they'd be fine. But, I'll move somewhere else. I'll date someone else. I don't care. But again, we're between 50 and 65. So that's a little bit more difficult. We get really set in our ways of what we're used to doing, even if that thing we're used to doing no longer works for us. So we are here to break the system and break the paradigm, right? And we do that by breaking down our own paradigm. The reason why there is so much of a universal push or a universal energetic to get people out of certain things and into certain things, whether those be partnerships, geographical locations, or whatever, is because it directly ties in with our electromagnetic reset. And of course, you, like everyone else, has free will, and you don't have to do what you don't want to do. But the universe is putting incredible pressure on everyone to change their perspective on all kinds of things. I've changed my perspective on a couple of things this week that I didn't think I would ever change my perspective on. I did pull a card reading asking how the specific energy was affecting us as a whole. I was not expecting this to end up being what is on the table in front of me. And I'm going to do kind of like a little bit of a speed read here. Okay, so what I asked was how the shifting energetics of the sun, of all these planetary alignments, of this Neptune Jupiter conjunction, this full moon in Libra, all these things that are energy is staying around for a lot longer. So I went and asked, how is this having an effect on our particular soul group, our particular soul wave? So the first thing that comes out is Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. What is it that you want? What is it that makes you happy? What is it that brings you joy? And that's anything across the board, okay? And the wish come true in this case ended up being the star. So you could look at someone like they are a star. Maybe they're the star of your life. Maybe there's a connection that you need to heal with someone, but we are all on the star pathway. That's why you're here, and that's why you're watching this video. So the wish come true, the wish fulfillment is the star. It's being on the star pathway. It's that person that twinkles to you, that person that shines. That's what is. And again, this is for the whole wave of us. So this is how the energy is affecting our situation directly. The last card is the Knight of Swords, and Swords is all about speaking. It's all about articulation. It's all about the movement of air. So if a wish come true to be on the star path with all that glitters, with all that makes me shine, with all that feels the beauty and the soul. And there is a knight on a horse that's coming in to give you, to give me, to give us a specific message. And this is something that's coming in very suddenly and very out of the blue. When I asked what the underlining energy is, which is the basis of the situation where we are, as it pertains to the wish fulfillment of the star path, I get there's a holding on. Somebody has met or manifested or brought something into their reality at some point, and they have been sitting in an energy of stagnation for a really long time. But I want you to know that whatever this thing is, whoever this person is, they are holding on to this with everything they've got. Next to that, we have the Seven of Swords, because if I learned anything from Steve's Love Tarot, that's what that is. We read center, left, right. I have to stop watching him. He's corrupting me, and I'm starting to wonder if he's a Scorpio. So we have someone here holding 7 swords. Actually, 2 of them are stuck in the ground. So saying, I'm not going to budge. But he's got 5 swords held up against his body. Swords, again, are thoughts. Here's a person that's holding on to you with everything they've got, but they're not saying a word. They're not communicating anything. They're holding their thoughts and their words very, very tightly to their chest. And the other base energy of this is the King of Cups. He's got 2 cups. He wants to give love. He wants to receive love. But right now he's holding on to nothing but silence and his own thoughts. When I ask what energy is in the passing, I get the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is being out in the cold from whatever. Pentacles is about earthly manifestation. In the 3D realm, you could look at that as coins. On the higher dimension, you could look at the pentacles. I look at pentacles as anything that you are planning to, wanting to, working towards manifestation. To me, pentacles are manifestation. The 5 of Pentacles is I can see the light in the building. I can see that it's on. I can see that there is starlight coming from that. I want to be a piece of it, but I'm not, because I'm out in the cold from that person, that place, that thing, that situation, whatever it is. The energy is I'm out in the cold and I don't like it. That is our passing energy, which tells me whatever these thoughts are that this person is holding on to this situation very tightly, not expressing any of it, feeling out in the cold, being out in the cold is in our passing energy. When I ask what's to come, I get the Wheel of Fortune. In the 3D realm, the Wheel of Fortune is all about what comes around goes around. If you're experiencing good luck, you may have bad luck. I'm going to skip it and go straight to the higher frequency meaning. The Wheel of Fortune. We have come here many, many times and done many great things, have been very loving and accomplished many things in many lifetimes that we don't remember. And all those good things are starting now in the last couple months to trickle back in and come to us. And I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I did a reading for someone the other day, and her cards went like this: information 11, 10, Wheel of Fortune, and then 6, 5. And I looked at that and I go, where is 7, 8? Which is a really, really strange synchronicity for me that I don't want to share because it's personal. But when I asked where 7, 8 was, the Wheel of Fortune, I heard it spin like it does on the television show Wheel of Fortune. I heard it spinning and then it stopped. And I was like, oh my God, we're waiting for, there's some universal gift that's coming in for that, specifically for that 7, 8 to pull in that alignment. So the highest outcome for the situation was the question. I get it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's your destiny. It's time. Everything we've put out, these amazing, great energies to other people, not only in this lifetime, but many, many lifetimes in this 26,000 year cycle. And it's getting ready to come back to you as the Ace of Pentacles. And that is the universe reaching out and saying, I have something for you, okay? Not the bag of gifts, not the bag of tricks from the magician. The Ace of Pentacles is you are going to be receiving a gift that is physical, not a gift of the heart space and not an energetic gift. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning. This soul group is about to receive a gift that is the manifestation of something starting all over again. It's the manifestation of something that you've wanted for a really long time. When I ask what that is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is the 1111 card or the Twin Flame card, but past that, it is knowing that you're completely capable of being in your soul alignment, being in perfect partnership, being in perfect harmony with your surroundings. And also, we're not talking about just getting along with someone in 3D. When you're talking about the Four of Wands, you're talking about the energy of the Emperor and the Empress in one physical location. Okay, and I know there's a huge group of this soul group that's part of the electromagnetic reset, and you have to understand that's why so many people in this soul group, in this contract, are not physically in the same place right now. It has to do with, and I don't know a lot of the specifics, I'll be completely honest, but it has something to do with the grid and the electromagnetic reset. So the wheel is turning. There's a gift coming to you, to me, to us, to this group that is a physical, tangible thing that many of us have waited for a very long time. And that is the Empress and the Emperor being in one space in the heart, one space in their physical location, one space together with their incredible love for nature. All of it. It's the full package. And then I asked, what is to come out of this situation? And I get the Ace of Cups, which is a brand new beginning in love and also emotional fulfillment. And then Six of Swords again, all about thoughts. It's getting out of those thoughts that are draining, those thoughts that are going around in your head. What am I going to say? How's this going to work? What's going to happen? We got to drop out of the brain and sail into calmer waters. That's what the Six of Swords is. It says, I don't need to be in this choppy situation. I don't need to be in this choppy anything. I'm a being of love and light that came to this planet, and I know when it's time to sail to calmer waters. It's important that we know and we feel in our heart what it would be like to move into calmer waters. The next card we get is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is practical. He's loyal. He's understanding. He has one pentacle and he doesn't waste it. He doesn't give it to things he doesn't want to give to. He doesn't give his one pentacle to someone he doesn't want to give it to. He doesn't give his self-worth away to anyone. He is practical, logical, loyal. He knows what he wants, and that is what is in the outcome to come, is all of us in our divine masculine energy saying, I know what I want. I know my self-worth. I'm not going to give myself away to somebody that doesn't deserve me. I'm not going to give myself to a job that doesn't deserve me. I'm not going to give myself to anything that doesn't know my worth. And the last card we have is the Queen of Cups. And you know I love talking about the position on the table. The Queen of Cups is just looking this way at the entire tarot spread. And the Queen of Cups, like, the card is hilarious when you look at it because all the other cup cards have this little gold cup, but she's got this cup that's so big she literally has to hold it with two hands, and it doesn't even look like a cup. It looks like some medieval magic genie or something. I don't know. You guys will have to look it up if you want to, but it's crazy. It doesn't even resemble in any 3D form or fashion any kind of cup. It's this crazy goblet with all this stuff. And the whole reason that she has that insane version of the cup is because she is open. She is emotionally available. She has the most love to give. She doesn't put a wall up. She doesn't get stuck in her head. She says, I have an incredible love in my heart and in my soul. I'm going to give it. And not only am I going to give it, I know it's what I deserve in return. I am capable of giving the most love of any being on this planet. And I am also very worthy, very open, and very receptive to being in the relationship and being in every position in my life that is the most emotionally fulfilling, the most in the flow with love, and the partnership that is in the flow with just being in the flow, being naked, being yourself. This star path, and on this star card, I'll show you this. Let me throw some stuff on the floor. So the star card here is someone that's completely naked. Why? Because when you're on the star path, to be completely naked means I can come in front of you and say whatever I'm feeling. I can come in front of you and say whatever I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm putting myself out there. I'm being completely naked in front of all of you in this video saying, this is what my life is like. This is how I read the energy. This is how I do cards. I'm completely naked and vulnerable and in the flow of what is now. And that's what we all are coming into alignment is with being real, being transparent, being vulnerable, being naked, exposing who we really are, how we really feel, what we really want to do, where we really want to be, and who we want to be with. That is the star path. And it just so happens that all that beautiful love and all that beautiful emotional fulfillment and all that back and forth energy, beautiful energy between the whole soul group is what's gonna switch the electromagnetic reset. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I love you. Bye.